Okay, so this is the Dow Jones 30 minutes chart, okay? So, every up move we can always get down trends, okay? This was an engulfing bar, which is normally, you see how this engulfed, it went above the high of the day before and then closed below the lows. This is normally a bearish bar, okay? So after seeing this bar off a double top, you would expect to see a bottom with a move towards 28,377. But Dow doesn't really adhere to any laws anymore. It's being well manipulated, well held up. But how did we trade this on Friday? You see, okay, so this was the NFP bar here, as you can see, well supported, right? But why couldn't I buy this? This was a test bar, and here was another, also a valid demand bar, demand bar here. This one was a demand bar because closed on the lows. what they picked this up, potential stopping volume because of the ultra high volume here, and we went up and then we came down below that. Now this could be kind of a test day. We are above the close of Friday, so the Dow for me is a buy. We are starting to trend up. But how did we trade the NFP news? Well, first of all, my stupid rules keep me out the market. I couldn't buy it because why? We're below the Bollinger Band, so I couldn't buy it even if I wanted to. Okay, I have these stupid rules to keep me out of this kind of, getting caught in here and then getting stopped out here. So these stupid rules kind of work. I don't get trades every day. I don't get good setups every day, but they do work. So, with that said, what am I going to do? I'm going to mark. So how did I trade this on Friday? Okay, that's what I was talking about. So this was the NFP bar, but look what happened on the next bar. This is why I always wait for the next bar to trade after a VSA bar. Okay, so this one here was probably a shakeout. Yep, exactly, because it closed off the lows. It's opposite to an up thrust. But look here, we had supply entering the market. This was not ready to go up, so I actually sold this 29,990 on Friday, and I traded it down into the 28,860 because this is a major support level on the daily. Okay, as you can see, I've got that chart marked there. All right, so what are we going to do today? We're going to basically keep an eye out on this NFP bar. Okay, so we're going to mark the low and the high of that bar. Okay, so it's only just above us, 28,940. So if we go above 28,940, we can say that this strength that we saw in the background here on the NFP day, these buyers will take the market higher. Okay, this could be that they started buying here, let the market drop, bought a little bit more here, bought a little bit more here, and bought a little bit more here, let it go up a little bit, bought a little bit more here. We can see the potential stopping volume here. So this could just be use the NFP bad news day to buy the markets. Yeah, that looks like what they did, because this is how smart money get big positions. They don't just go and buy $50 trillion here because you drive the Dow to 35,000 in about 5 seconds. No, what they do is they buy a little bit, then they let the market drop, then they buy a little bit more, they let the market drop, then they buy a little bit more. That's why in trends you always see signs of strength, because they're buying on the way down. And in uptrends you might see signs of weakness, like here. They were selling their positions, right? So taking profit, but it wasn't a downtrend, so we couldn't sell. That's why I always say don't trade against the trend, because the trend is your lover. So what am I looking for today on the Dow? 28,940 buys, okay, 28,940 with a potential target of the top of this, 29,050. Last week 29,000 on the Dow was a difficult level to break. So we'll see how this week goes. We're still in a very, very strong uptrend. We're still in a very strong weekly bar here. Whatever small little selling we had came in last week here was absorbed. We see this bar in the background, demand bar. So the Dow Jones overall is in a very, very strong uptrend still. We should be preferring the up days. So I will be looking for this to maintain above the daily pivot. I will be looking for the trend to be up on the Bollinger Band I will be looking for an open range breakout. I will be looking for a move above 28,939 and potentially a 100-point trade into 29,050. That's my preference at the moment. If this breaks down and breaks down below this 28,860 level in the London or the US Open, then I'll be looking for sells. Okay, so above 28,940, I'm looking for buys. Below 28,860, it's a sell. Again, Bollinger Band, use it for your trend. So you can say we're in sell mode or we're in buy mode, depending on where the price is relative to the middle Bollinger Band. Okay, very easy, easy money. Can't be easier than that. Trend is your friend. I've seen so many people trying to. Here's the trend down. They'll buy here, or they'll buy here, or here, or here, and get stopped. No. Always wait for, or they'll try and buy here, and yeah, it might work. Wow, look at me, I made some money. But what is the overall trend? The overall trend is down. Now we're above the Bollinger Band. Now the trend might be changing. We're in this 28,940 channel, 28,860. That's your breakout channel. Whichever way it breaks from there, you can then look for your trades. Okay? That's easy. Trading is very easy. We make it difficult. Okay, we make it difficult by guessing. We make it difficult by trading against the trend. We make it difficult by picking tops and bottoms. Yeah, I'm not a top and bottom trader. I prefer to trade trends and open range breakouts. It's very simple. And don't trade in Asia because, I could go and buy this now saying, oh yeah, this is going up. But who's not to say that a London Open, the DAX tanks or the FTSE tanks or whatever, and takes Dow down with it. And then it brings it down by 200, and then they take it back up again in US. So we have two open ranges, one at London, first half hour, and one in the US, first half hour. Okay, the one in London half hour is this one, 1730. And look, if you just plotted on Friday, the low, high and low of that one, you see, all you have to do is have a low, and you stop above the high, and you would have made a lovely trade. That doesn't always happen. On Friday, it did. So open range is very important to be patient in the market. Very important to be patient. Okay.